court only adds to the intrigue.
Yeah, and it should make for a more polished game overall. More discipline, less mistakes, just high IQ basketball.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's George. Rebound by the Suns.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Bridges. Finished off the break. Bridges has got his team on the board to start the game for the Suns.
I like to see Mikal get out there on the fast break and see that open opportunity.
Morris outside. Fires the three. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Bridges kicks to Booker. Johnson sends the screen for Booker. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. Man, Devin Booker is a true shooter. A walking bucket, always ready to let it fly.
And the proof is right there in the numbers, Greg. I mean, 2 seasons in a row, he's been top 10 in field goal attempts. So he knows how, when, and where to get that ball up.
Now, here's Bridges. Devin Booker missing his last shot. 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Ayton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Ayton and efficiency go hand in hand. I mean, this guy's field goal percentage is on cloud 9.
It's his first trip to the line.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
Second free throw, no good. After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, and a guy who can score at a high level when asked to.
Booker the pass to Paul. Kicks it out to Johnson. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Takes it off the glass.
Big man coming with an attacking mindset. That's something for the defense to deal with, and Ayton is dealing.
Morris outside. Leonard on the wing, defended by Paul. Leonard the pass to Zubac. To end the drought. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Amazing the way Kawhi Leonard has evolved throughout his career.
Well, in the early part of his career, playing in San Antonio, defense was his calling card. You could even argue that his offense has gotten better than his defense, which is simply remarkable. One of the top all-around players in the NBA.
Now here's Paul. Booker outside. Jackson against Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Somebody's going to set him up, and Devin Booker's going to knock him down. Thrives in that catch and shoot.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lou and I were able to chat. He wants his guys to focus on jamming the perimeter shooters. He wants hard closeouts, no room to operate. He knows what this team can do if you give them any space on the outside to shoot. They're going to be determined not to let that happen. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. And the rejection by Zubac. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy. Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Leonard kicks to Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside Leonard from deep. Drains the three-pointer. Leonard's got 5.
A really good job by Reggie Jackson just finding the shooter and feeding him.
Foul against Jackson. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Bridges sets the screen for Paul. Just 5 to shoot.
And a good example of why Leonard perpetually makes the all-defensive team. You are caught on the Hawaiian Islands.
And that's one of those tough areas to feed the basketball at times.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Suns. .24 seconds left in the first. Booker outside. There's the 3. And they get it back. Passes it to Bridges. Kicks it out to Johnson. And they double up Paul. Here's Ayton. No good there.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Suns lead by 1.
Fans, your Clippers Houston team. Here we go, fans.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. Ayton a screen on Jackson. And here's Booker from the arc. Connects from three-point range. Booker's got 6 points.
Booker looking to get quick revenge after that score. In the 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge for the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Final.
Inside and taken away by Johnson. Booker with it. George picks him up. Booker the pass to Johnson. Bridges, no one around him. They get it again. Kicks it out to Booker. Beyond the arc. Off the mark, and he's 2 of 8 for the game. The Clippers trail. Outside Leonard. Leonard on the wing. Fires from deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Well, for Jackson, he earned himself a new contract, Brent, and starting point guard duties because of that play.
With both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing most of the 21-22 season, Reggie Jackson took the Clippers to the 8th seed in the West, carried a lot of the scoring load consistently for the Clippers, and he led the team in both points and assists.
Lets the 3 fly. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Man, to think that he was going to be capable of those kind of shots when he first came into the league, even from way downtown. Love the confidence from Kawhi.
Down low, here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
George with no one around. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Jackson against Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. A crossover. He takes it up and lays it in. 8 points for Devin Booker.
You have to be alert if you're guarding Devin Booker. He's terrific at cutting apart the defense with the dribble move.
Jackson passes to Leonard. 3-pointer. They get it back. Pass to George. A second chance effort. Takes it inside. He lays it in. George has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, They made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
Bridges finds Ayton. Back to Bridges. That shot, no good. Empty that time from Leonard. Jackson looking around from outside the arc. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Jackson. And it's a 7-point Clipper lead. It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut back down to 7 after the points coming from Booker. Jackson against Paul. Jackson dishes to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 21.
I mean, is there another guy in the league who knows when his team needs this kind of lift? Kawhi getting those 3 points right back.
Here's the pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Jackson passes to Leonard. Bridges with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And Ayton throws it down.
Chris Paul is going to find anybody that's leaning the wrong way, let alone leaving an open man.
And here's George for 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so that brings the first half to a close. Los Angeles on top, up by 6. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing. All right, David, thank you. As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. You've got Wall, Robert Covington out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot.
Kennard out there to help space the floor with that kind of range. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Now, here's Shamet. Kennard covering. 6 to shoot. And that one's good, Shamet. You know, it seems like we're seeing more teams, Brent, use zone defense these days. Not too long ago, zone was almost non-existent in the league.
Well, Kevin, you couldn't play zone. Even though there were zone principles in man-to-man defense, it used to be an illegal defense to set up in a 2-3 zone that you see teams doing nowadays. I'm very interested if the league does, in fact, do away with illegal defense and allow coaches to use whatever defensive scheme they need to do to slow up their opposition. It might do something in terms of producing more shots so we don't get stagnation with just 3s all the time. We'll see if that happens.
Wall looking it over. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
After not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly 3rd option for LA.
Sharch with the screen for Payne. And Covington sends it back.
You see why he gets blocks. Covington's length is always there.
Here's man. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Wall dishes to Batum. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard, the pass to man. It's over Payne, and the shot is long. Suns trail by 6. Shamet on the wing. Kennard covering. And they go to the intentional foul.
Robert Covington, first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Payne. Now here's Crowder. Out to Lee. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Lee's got his first 2 points.
And Jay Crowder moving it to the open man.
Wall passes to man. Wall with the bounce pass. Lee with the steal. Crowder feeling it out a bit. Charge inside. Covington's there. Offensive rebound. Off on the layup. Los Angeles leading by 4. And Batum kicks to Kennard. Oh, Covington in position.
And passes like that demonstrate just how much Kennard is a team-oriented player.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Batum against Lee. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Robert Covington picks one up. Phoenix shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena, the only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Leonard with no one around. No good on the 3. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Payne.
Payne got in front, and Payne never looked back.
Pass to Leonard. High post, Zubats. Back to Leonard. Out to Morris. Clock at 4. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A 15-footer. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Payne looking around. Charge just screen on Jackson. Payne dishes to Charge. The score now all even. Charge has got 4 points in the quarter.
Fighting through the contact, Dario does a great job that time.
Left side Jackson. Out to Morris. 3-pointer. Knocks down the 3 ball. Morris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Clippers lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center position. And it's off the back rim, no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. Wall kicks to Leonard. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Leonard's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Los Angeles. Ball against Wall. And the layup's good off the glass.
Chris Paul not afraid to go inside, play amongst the trees, and still find a way to score.
Outside, George. Driving it. Oh!
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Paul against Wall. Booker with the screen for Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Drills the three-pointer.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
Wall finds George, and George gets the whistle. That's on. That's his first foul.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Suns trail by 3. Booker is screen on Wall. Paul passes to Booker. And that'll be 2. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The previous play is under the
angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Paul kicks to Ayton to take the lead. And they recover it. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And Leonard gets it to go.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Paul against Wall. Paul passes to Booker. And again, it's the Suns missing. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Zubac with the screen for Leonard. Outside for George. It's up a 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Kicks it out to Booker. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Booker's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the fourth for Phoenix. Outside, Wall. .129 left in the fourth. Oh, Moore is in position. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Paul kicks to Johnson. Back to Paul. He dishes it to Bridges. The Clippers grab the miss. Outside Leonard. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
For 3, Booker. A new 14 for the Suns. George against Paul. Shot clock at 5. Ayton a screen on Morris. And here's Booker from the arc. They get it back. Money!
How about that? Ayton stepping up, wanting the pressure.
They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ball passes to Leonard. Always going up for the alley-oop here and taken away by Paul. To the paint. Here's Bridges. Yes!
Booker's all-around game is really coming together. Nice play there.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
battle of two terrific front courts here. The rare night when guards take a back seat, Richard.
Times have changed. Front courts used to dominate the game. I remember in the 90s when it was Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing. That's when the game was dominated by bigs. But then once spacing happened, now tonight it looks like an old 90s basketball game.
Here are the five for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Aiden in at the five, down low.
Part of the evolution of Booker's game, getting consistent from deep.
Moran against Paul. Adams. It's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
And it's Phoenix's ball. Outside Paul. Bridges outside. Back to Paul. The kick out to Johnson. 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get off a shot. Booker for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Booker's got 6.
Oh, the ever-expanding range of Devin Booker, making you pick him up pretty much at half court.
Outside Moran. Launches it. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Paul. Outside for Booker. Launches a 3. No good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
I've been watching his game a long time, and there is absolutely nothing that ball can do on the basketball court. Really does have the whole package.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Moran against Paul. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Grizzlies foul. Stephen Adams. First
What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish.
And Booker is a guy you can lean on to help shoulder the offensive load, Richard.
Yeah, he's comfortable taking a lot of shots for his team. He's a volume shooter for a reason, because he understands how to score at an efficient clip, too.
Ooh, poked away. Oh, stolen by Moran. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes play. On the wing, Brooks. Pass to Jackson. Paul against Moran. 5 on the clock. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
What a pass from Moran. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Bridges outside. Back to Paul. Adams grabs the miss. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside for Brooks. Stolen by Bridges. Outside Booker. Pass to Aiden. Back to Booker. Aiden, a screen on Bain. Here's Booker. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Calls the play, and Booker executes to perfection.
Now Moran. Down low. Here's Jackson. And he lays it up and in. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Now here's Paul. Outside Booker. Pass to Bridges. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And they're on the break. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Nice job completing the break. Triple J gets the points.
Outside Paul. Now Aiden. Adams covering. Aiden passes to Paul. And he banks in the layup.
In the paint, Paul always stays nimble. That allows him to make adjustments that needed to beat the D.
Morant with it. Jackson the screen. Inside with 4 on the clock. Misses the layup. It's a tie game in Memphis. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter.
Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies youth dance team.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's 8 in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
When Cam Johnson went 11th overall in the 2019 draft, most draft experts were shocked, slating him to go late in the first. But Cam's proven those pundits wrong.
Morant with the slam!
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Johnson a screen on Morant. The kick out to Johnson. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got 4 rebounds now. Well, for Cam Johnson, he was incredible during the 2021 playoffs, Richard.
How about Cam's shooting numbers? Going 50, 40, 90 for the entire playoffs. 70% from the field in the conference finals. Unreal for a three-point shooter. A key part of that Suns finals run. Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Morant against Paul. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Showing off that vert. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
Outside Booker. Back to Paul. Stolen by Bane. And they're pushing it up. Brooks finds Bane. Jackson the screen. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Now a timeout called by Phoenix.
Let's hit it for the double up team.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Here's Paul. Lays it up and banks it in. Paul's got 6. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
And here's Morant. He has 7. Outside Bane. Back to Morant. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. And Aiden pulls it down. Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. And so the ball out of bounds. Aiden touched it last.
Yeah, not a smart move on that pass. Hopefully he'll learn from that.
And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. From deep, Morant. Out of bounds. It's going to be Phoenix's ball.
Out of bounds. Phoenix ball.
The Suns have got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Outside Paul. Pass to Aiden. Booker against Bain. With the floater. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. From deep, Johnson. Grizzlies with the rebound. Here's Brooks. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
The team first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guy. When we evaluate players, one thing that gets overlooked, age. Take Jaren Jackson Jr. He was only 18 when he got drafted in 2018.
2 open that time. Made it look easy. Booker's got 6 points in the quarter. It's been neck and neck this entire first half.
Yeah, 8 lead changes so far. These clubs are looking evenly matched.
The 3-ball. And Ja Morant with the 3. Morant's got 10 points.
Oh, Morant sinks the answer with authority. He's feeling the competitive fire after that last tray.
Here's Paul. The rebound by Jackson.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Phoenix has gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. Booker against Bain. Paul passes to Booker. Aiden, a screen on Bain. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Suns lead by 1.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Aiden beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Paul against Morant, and Aiden pulls it down. Aiden's got 5 rebounds tonight. For 3, Booker. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer.
Now this is how you finish a first half.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then there's Danny Green. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Williams in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. You know, one expression you hear from a lot of coaches nowadays, threatening drives. What's the value of breaking the paint?
BA, dribble penetration is so important, particularly in today's game. With the spacing and the great shooting on the perimeter, if you can get to the paint, 1, you may score at the rim. But if the defense collapses, now you have an opportunity to find an open shooter from 3.
Here's Shamet. Saric, a screen on Jones. Pass to Saric. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Craig with a screen. Fires the 3. Can't get it to drop. And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
Shamet into the lane. Jones grabs the board. Memphis trailing here. Now Clark. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Boy, Richard, you really can't say enough about what Monty Williams has done with this Phoenix team.
Struggled in his first year, but we gave him a break for that. Immaculate seasons the last 2 years, becoming a Western Conference juggernaut.
Pass to Crowder. Back to Lee. Shot clock at 5. Over Jones. And again, it's the Suns missing. The Grizzlies have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Now here's Green. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Jones finds Williams. Back to Jones. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's Shaman. Pass to Saric. Tries to snap the cold streak. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Second personal foul.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
At the line for the Suns.
First free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
Second free throw, no good. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. To the middle. And Crowder with the jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Green for 3. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Phoenix has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. 1:52 left in the third quarter. And here's Crowder from the arc. That shot missing. And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
It took Jay Crowder some time to get noticed as a young player. He wasn't widely recruited out of high school. He finally broke out in the last year of college.
Outside Craig. Here's Shaman, and it goes out of bounds. That went off Green.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Crowder took that big leap forward at Marquette. He was named the Big East Player of the Year, Richard.
Yeah, and even with that recognition, he didn't go until the second round of the 2012 draft. But it didn't take long to see that he was a well-suited player for this league.
Williams on the wing. Clark outside. Pass to Jones. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
A line change here for Memphis. Time called here. The Suns decide to talk it over. And as the coaches draw up their strategies, the players staying hydrated with some Gatorade. That's key to keeping them at their best all the way up to the buzzer.
It really is. And every one of those players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. Outside Morant. The long distance 3 is buried. Morant's got 13.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Up top, Booker, guarded by Bain. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Outside Morant. 20 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. 4 on the clock. Three-pointer. And Booker pulls it down. To the paint. That's good from Paul. On the assist by Booker. Paul's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's his agility that helps Paul beat interior defense, especially when it's tight like this.
And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Ooh, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Bridges. It's Booker on the wing. The three. The Grizzlies pull it in. Outside Morant on the take. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
Outside Paul. Booker with a screen on Morant. Outside Booker. The three. Good. Now 7 for 11 on the night.
I think I've lost track of how many of their possessions have ended exactly like that.
Efficiency is key, especially down the stretch.
Adams a screen. Morant, the pass to Brooks. Back to Morant. Outside Bane. Adams inside. He's against Ayton. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Here's Paul. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Pass to Bridges. Five on the clock. Booker with it. Over Bane. Booker missing again. Brooks against Bridges. Jackson outside. Brooks outside. Pass to Morant. Back to Brooks. From deep. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside for Booker. Stolen by Bane. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Time called here. The Suns decide to talk it over.
Timeout.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Monty Williams was going over with his team. He likes what he's seeing, but he cautioned his players, we are not far enough ahead to assume anything. Momentum can shift in a heartbeat. We have to be diligent, and we have to be smart.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
And this is where Morant really shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Pass to Ayton. This one for 3. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Jackson, pass to Adams. Yep, that one goes. And it's now just a 1-point Phoenix lead.
Oh, such a cool customer. You can count on Adams making the right play in pressure situations.
Ball finds Booker. Now Bridges deflects the pass. Brooks drives in. Yes, they get the go-ahead bucket. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats. How the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies. Phoenix calls timeout. They trail by 1. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. For 3, Booker. Phoenix no good that time either. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Pass to Brooks. Here's Jackson, covered by Johnson. 6 to shoot. Ball against Moran. And he was fouled while in the... He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
Booker with a screen on Moran to stop the run. Yes! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Morant with it. 41 seconds left in the fourth. Counting.
That is just absolutely ridiculous. Look, we talk about Morant having that it factor, and then he makes the biggest play of the night.
Booker with a screen on Morant. Outside Booker. Back to Paul. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge. Make them take another look at the call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was...
The previous play is under
in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
There's no one better to make decisions down the stretch than CP3, working his way to line in a tight game.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Moran. There's 14 seconds left to play in the fourth. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Suns. Left side Booker misses the shot. And so it's the Grizzlies who come out on top here. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory.
Standing 6'11".
And this game features two tremendous passing teams, and it should be a lot of fun watching these teams move the ball.
One of the things that strikes you about both of these teams is that they really enjoy playing with one another. Both play an unselfish brand of basketball. The ball is moving, everybody's touching it, and usually that's when the confidence is sky high.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Paul. And Booker kicks to Bridges. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Just 4 to shoot. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Russell against Paul. Bridges outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Doris, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, that's the moneymaker, right? Devin Booker will go all night from three-point range if you allow it.
Here's Edwards. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Ayton.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down. And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip, can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair. Well, what you love about Mikal Bridges is he is going to accept whatever his coaches and team ask of him. This is what's allowed him to be successful.
Taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I briefly spoke with Coach Monty Williams. Defensively, he wants his guys to protect the rim and do everything they can to push the offense out to the perimeter. He told me if we can do that, I feel good about our chances. Now, guys, obviously that's a tall order, but he's trying to get his guys to get geeked for the challenge.
All right, thank you, David.
When you're a player like Devin Booker, whether you're playing with the ball or in this instance without, your instinct is I'm going to rise and fire on the catch.
Edwards can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Again, Phoenix.
Sharpshooter from anywhere on the floor. Booker's release and form, it's so mechanically sound.
Out to the right wing. Towns for 3. Booker pulls it in.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Paul dishes to Bridges.
2 minutes.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Phoenix shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
And great, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Edwards drives in. Passes it to Towns. And stolen by Booker. Here's Bridges. An easy 2 points on the layup. Bridges has got 5 now.
What a savvy pass by Devin Booker, making the smart choice, moving the basketball.
Outside, Russell. It's good from long range. He's got 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Paul looking around. Kicks it out to Booker. And it's Bridges at the elbow. Just 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's McDaniels. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Suns. Booker the pass to Ayton. Gobert with the defensive effort. Minnesota's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Bridges kicks to Crowder. Back to Bridges. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Edwards from deep three-point territory. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Suns. He notched 8. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Now, here's Bridges. And Booker puts up a deep 3. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake. Over in the corner, Edwards. He dishes it to Towns. And it's all evened up. Towns has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
Well, we're talking 6'11", 240-plus pounds. If Karl Anthony Towns carves out space in the paint, good night.
Ball outside. Pass to Bridges. Pulls up on the wing. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Here's Minnesota. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Oh, and with all the gifted range shooters in this league, Doors, it seems like in the clutch, more teams go for those long-distance, quote-unquote, Hail Mary threes rather than 2 quick field goals inside.
Well, it makes sense if you have guys who work on those types of shots. We see Stephen Curry do this all the time. But I don't always agree that that should be the play. If you have the time, go for high percentage 2-point looks.
Oh, here's Edwards. He has 7. Kept alive. Here's Gobert. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Jay Crowder. Minnesota shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
All against Russell. Kicks it out to Booker. And the Suns miss again. Minnesota leading by 4. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Booker. Edwards can't hit.
Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation matching the offer to bring him back. Looks like he'll be a Sun for the foreseeable future.
Here is Edwards, following the basket by Chris Paul. Launches a 3. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And there's the drive. Drops in the layup for 2. Paul's got it all tied up now for the Suns.
There's an elusivity to Chris Paul's play. He's got the knack to get into the teeth of the defense and make something happen.
Here's Edwards. Ooh, the double clutch. Here's Gobert. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
And the Suns call their first time out of the game. The Suns making a change here. Biombo's checked in. Booker looking around. Unloads. And that one hits back iron. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Hard work pays off right there. Anthony Edwards finds himself in the paint and draws contact.
Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And Edwards drops them both. Here's Paul. He's got 5. Booker outside. Ayton a screen on Edwards. Booker finds Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Boy, look at how natural DeAndre Ayton looks in the pick and roll. This guy is smart. He understands how to navigate.
Russell passes to Edwards. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. Fires top of the key. And it's Towns missing.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Paul passes to Ayton. Paul against Russell. Suns moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Here's Booker. Gobert with the block.
Defensively, few players have had a bigger impact than Rudy Gobert. That combination of energy and length and commitment, so good defensively.
It's tipped. The dive for the ball. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. The pass to Paul. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Now here's Booker. 8 points for him. Over Edwards.
Boy, when he is contesting shots, you see the potential on the defensive end for Anthony Edwards.
Russell, no good. Bridges outside. Paul left side. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Up top, Russell, defended by Paul. Russell looking it over. Has to Gobert. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. Time now.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves. 22. The Suns. 22.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
Taj Reed out there with Anderson. And it's Taurean Prince. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Shaman after the basket by Minnesota. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Shaman's got his first bucket in this one.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Here's McLaughlin. He's covered by Shaman. Johnson against Prince. He kicks it to Anderson. Back to Prince. Takes the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Prince has got his first 3 points of the game.
A good percentage of Taurean Prince shots are from distance, and you can see why right there.
Shamet the pass to Šarić. Count it.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Noel. No points in the game yet for him. Here's McLaughlin. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Reed misses.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Johnson kicks to Craig. Johnson sets the screen for Craig. Kicks it out to Johnson. For the lead, there's the drive. Minnesota with the rebound. Prince the pass to Noel. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on charge.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line. And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they performed at the line.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Now, here's Shamit. Here's Sharch. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Phoenix ball.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Johnson finds Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one doesn't go. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Passes to Reed. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Phoenix calls timeout. It's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Phoenix making some changes. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Paul goes in, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Paul's got 9.
Working inside, Chris Paul has the ability to outsmart the opposition and makes himself a good shot opportunity.
Russell dishes to Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Edwards got the lead up to 6 now for Minnesota.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Paul against Russell. Paul's shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 6. Here's Edwards. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Paul outside. Gobert with the block. Edwards looking it over. Outside, Towns. And then Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
Wow, that is showing off a sick handle. Towns is just not fair at this point.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Gobert
with the block. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, here's Edwards. 14 points for him. Here's Towns. And what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. And the dunk by Booker.
A part of that is recognizing the spacing. And Booker so good at finishing on the break.
Outside, Towns. Paul with the steal. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game in. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who who's got this ability to fire.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
Outside, Russell kicks it to Edwards. Back to Russell. 5 to shoot to the inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Suns trail by 8. Ball outside. Whistle blows. Basket is. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
This is the time now where the officials can review
The previous play is under review.
the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow-mo,
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
Booker, right side. And Booker throws it down.
Wow, the elevation, the creativity, highlight reel finish by Devin Booker.
Ball against Russell. Outside, Edwards. Here's Gobert, and the basket is good. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Paul passes to Ayton. In the corner, it's Bridges. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing, excellent.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. They've led by as much as 10. The kick out to Town. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
A whole lot of everything from Karl Anthony Towns, the big who can stretch you from distance.
Ball outside. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Edwards with it. We've got 1:55 left here in the fourth quarter. Left side, Towns. In deep. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game.
First team foul.
Suns trail by 7. Ball outside. And he converts the layup. Paul's got 10 points here in the second half.
If anything, you know you can count on Chris Paul to deliver in the clutch. He is so competitive, so tough.
And the Timberwolves call time. They lead by 5. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Towns finds Gobert. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Ayton. .106 left in the fourth quarter. Ball outside. Kicks it out to Booker. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. And here's Russell. Pass to McDaniels. To the wing on the left. Left side, Towns. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's Ayton. Second shot opportunity. Gobert with the block. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Russell. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean... An air of confidence to the Suns as they arrived earlier today. Playing in front of your home fans always puts a bounce in your step. And it's the Suns to start out. So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the point. Now here's Paul. Crowder left side. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, Morris with a steal. George with it. Now guarded by Booker. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
The first good move in a long chess match between these coaching staffs.
Strategy is going to be a big part of the outcome tonight. We'll see which team dictates the style of play.
Booker against George. Unloads. Booker, good. Well, Grant, we've got two savvy veteran teams on the court, so you don't expect a lot of mistakes or sloppy play tonight.
Yeah, definitely a lot of experience on the floor, so teams will play the right way. These guys know exactly what they're doing. If both squads can keep things tight, we could be in for a very competitive game.
And we're about a minute into the first. Paul against Wall. Paul passes to Aiden. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Zubac. On the attack, Morris. Pass to Leonard. And Aiden pulls it down.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Paul passes to Crowder. Zubac with the steal. Leonard against Crowder. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And coming into the league, Kawhi Leonard was viewed as a raw prospect, a solid athlete and defender, but someone that needed to work on his jumper.
Now here's Paul. Out to Bridges. The three is up. Leonard pulls down the board. The Clippers have gone 1 for 3 so far. George against Booker. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
The defense on George a little too tight there. But to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
Well, Smitty, there's no question Kawhi has put a lot of hours into developing his jump shot.
And you see the results now. He's become one of the game's elite scorers because of the hard work he put in, even becoming lethal from outside the arc.
Booker with it. He's picked up by Zubac. A nice shot by Booker.
If there's one guy in the league who's never going to give up on the mid-range shot, it's Booker. If the D gives it to him, he'll take it.
Wall against Paul. Fires from deep. Wall no good. The Suns have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Rejected by George.
An all-defensive first-teamer multiple times. Paul George has a nose for the ball.
Here's Wall. Now here's George. Outside Wall. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Leonard for 3. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
Looking at his percentages over the years, Kawhi is an elite three-point shooter. I think Leonard deserves more credit for that.
Now here's Paul. Outside for Booker. Gets the 3 to fall. Booker's got 7.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Leonard on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. The kick out to Morris. George, a deep 3. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far.
In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
There's a minute 17 left in the first. Wall against Paul. Leonard passes to Wall. Back to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to George. There's the triple. And he recovers it. Pass to Wall. Shoots over Paul. Back to Wall. Three-pointer. Hits the trifecta.
Coming into the league, Wall didn't take many threes, but he's added this dimension to his game.
Call against Paul. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
So it's Phoenix now. It's a three-point game. Booker for three.
I love the way George can move his feet and challenge the shot without fouling.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Paul George. At the line.
George hits them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Paul against Wall. Bridges outside. Fires the three. Yes. And it's Paul with the assist that time.
Wonderful find by Paul. This offense relies on him to make those kind of plays.
One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Clippers ahead, up 2, 10, back in a moment, as we'll get under.
And please give a big round of applause for your son's youth dance team.
Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
They just look hungrier out there. They don't mind taking the pounding.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in it to 5. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And when Ayton isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Pass to Booker. Crowder a screen on George. George against Booker for 3. That one is off. And Los Angeles the other way now. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. And he's going for the oop here. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Outside Paul. And Wall pulls it down. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. To the inside. And the ball out of play. The Suns will have it.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Paul against Wall. Outside for Booker. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
It's tough to contain Booker on the catch and shoot because of his smooth, quick release. Impressive.
Booker against George. Down low. Stolen by Ayton. Paul against Wall. Crowder, the pass to Paul. And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul of the game. Both teams are always hunting mismatches. Grant, I'll put it to you here. You prefer a speed advantage or a size advantage over your defender?
Well, B.A., it's all about the mismatches. And going back to when I was young and actually had some speed, it was great to be able to have both, depending upon who you went against. If a smaller player guarded you, use your size to shoot right over them. And if a bigger defender was on you, then yes, use your speed to turn the corner and get to the rim. So it depended upon who was guarding you.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Paul finds Bridges. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Fires it from 18. The Clippers grab the miss.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Zubac has got 4 rebounds in the game.
And
Wall, here we go. Shoots over Paul. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Give that one to Jay Crowder.
That's a quick first step. Wall has never been easy to defend on the drive.
The Suns trailing. 1:51 left in the second quarter. Outside for Booker. Pass to Bridges. Now Paul. Tipped. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. .136 left in the half. Paul. Blocked again! Booker against Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
That was with force by Kawhi, dunking it over the defense and looking unstoppable.
Now Paul, looking for his first basket, still in this one. Booker no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Ball, the pass to Morris, stolen by Bridges. Fast break, here we go. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
Outside Wall. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. 43 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Crowder, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
I mean, a beautiful combination of power and concentration. Crowder as relentless as they come.
For Los Angeles, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Leonard outside. Lets it go. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
Ball against Wall. Crowder outside. Pass to Booker. Now here's Crowder. The D's right on him. Clock at 4. Goes up on the baseline. Booker no good.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
And the first half comes to an end, but we've got a close game going here. Clippers ahead. They lead by a bucket. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks so much, guys. Do a strong first half.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break. Ready for the second half. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Nice game. Great performance by Devin Booker.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, we've got Luke Kennard, Nicholas Batum out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Norman Powell, and it's Man in at the small forward position. Lee on the wing. Back to Johnson. The Suns need to get off a shot. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers' ball.
LA ball.
The Clippers in the lead. Powell outside. Back to Man. Out to Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
He's explosive off 1 foot, 2 feet. Norman Powell is just an incredible athlete.
Well, a late second-round pick in 2019 out of Florida State. Terrence Mann has proven to be a steal, and he's going to be in this league for a long, long time.
And here comes the break. He's all alone. And Powell with the stuff.
Very active player. Covington is so good at prying the ball away.
Here's Shaman. Powell covers. Johnson a screen on Powell. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. And for Mann, proving he belongs earned him a 2-year, $22 million contract extension.
NBA, I love his game. An efficient scorer and good decision maker who doesn't try to do too much. He just makes it easy for coach to trust him with bigger minutes.
Powell outside. Pass to Mann. Powell outside. And Powell with the stuff.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Here's Shaman. Powell covers. Outside Johnson. Saric a screen on Batum. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two on Robert Covington.
Cam Johnson.
The free throw drops for Johnson. And Johnson drops them both. Powell with it. He has 6. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Well, Phoenix is shooting just 38% for this game so far. Outside Johnson. Pass to Saric. Another shot. No good that time. Good D by Covington. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Kennard outside. Powell in the post. Puts up a 3. Kennard can't get it to go. The Suns have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Pass to Shaman. Here's Craig. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Terrence Mann.
Los Angeles has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Powell outside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Powell's got 8 points.
Inside, Norman Powell relies on his agility, allowing him to navigate the paint.
Here's Shaman. Powell covers. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way on Robert Covington. And he makes a first, and it's a completely new group for the Clippers. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
With that type of range and confidence, Landry Shaman's shooting is very important.
Now here's Wall. Tight defense on him. From deep. Sinks it from distance. 7 points in the game.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Here's Shaman. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by George. He shoots it. Hits the front of the rim and out. Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Pass to Lee. Craig on the wing. And stolen by Leonard.
Phoenix foul. Torrey Craig. First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for the Clippers.
An offensive juggernaut and aggressive defender. Kawhi is just the total package, in my opinion. Brings a winning mindset as well.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. There's a screen. Here's Wall. Oh, are you kidding me? Amazing! And he double clutches and throws it down.
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
For three, Booker. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth dance team.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Suns trailing. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the three. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Back to Paul. Outside Booker. Clock at 6. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one.
And this is what they depend on Booker to do. Such a versatile, confident scorer.
Wall with it. Now guarded by Crowder. Puts it up. Wall, no good. Phoenix is shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. And that's an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
First team foul.
Crowder, a screen on Wall. Pass to Crowder. Back to Paul. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Leonard outside. Lets it go from deep. The shot that time not on target. Now the Suns take it the other way. Booker against George. Booker, the pass to Ayton. Back to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over George. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Clippers in the lead. Morris on the wing. He's guarded by Paul. And there's the lob. Stolen by Ayton. Bridges outside. Pass to Booker. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting the ball at 48% so far. Leonard outside. And here's Morris. Here's George. Oh, and the dunk by George.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
And here's Paul. Outside Booker. Back to Paul. Just 4 to shoot. Driving in. Rebound by the Clippers. Now here's Wall. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. That one goes in. Now it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead.
Assertive play by Wall inside. Pushing hard to find himself a shot.
Ball against Wall. Outside for Booker. Bridges outside. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
Good court vision from Booker. He sees a wide open man and gets him the ball for an assist.
Ball against Paul. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
A minute 35 left in the game.
Great find by Leonard. When the offense runs through you time and time again, you have to become a good playmaker.
Out to Bridges from downtown, and the three-pointer goes. Bridges has got 6 in the quarter.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Leonard outside. There's the 3. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
Crowder outside. Zubac with the steal. And stolen by Paul. Crowder outside. Back to Paul. It falls! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3.
There's nobody you want taking a clutch shot more than Chris Paul. He loves the big moment.
Morris against Crowder. Morris passes to Leonard. And it's good!
Trying to ice this one, Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
First clean look they have. I mean, they've got to take it.
And even if they make it, they need an immediate foul no matter who catches the ball.
Bridges outside. Pass to Paul. Now Crowder. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Booker. Ayton with a screen. From outside the arc. Booker can't get it to go. Leonard outside. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. All right, Alec, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Grant.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning. Obviously, both these teams love to attack the glass, rebounding, so that stat, Greg, could end up being a deciding factor here tonight.
There aren't going to be any free second chances tonight. These squads need to be ready to get physical and fight for every single possession.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And there he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Here's Paul. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Morant against Paul. Morant drives in. Outside, Bain. Off target with his three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Kicks it out to Paul. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Crowder over in the corner. Paul. Crafty move. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant with it. Chris Paul covering. Morant dishes to Jackson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for Phoenix. Something you noticed about these Suns last year was their offensive talents, Brent. It could be seen from top to bottom.
Man, they got plenty of great shooters on the floor. Obviously, one of the great distributors of all time in Chris Paul. But these guys scoring in a variety of ways. Really tough to defend from inside, outside, and the deadly mid-range of your leader.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Paul surveying the floor with three. Booker. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Adams, the pass to Morant. Jackson kicks to Morant. From downtown, it doesn't go for him. The Suns go the other way with it. Here's Paul. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
It almost feels automatic at that point. The confidence that Chris Paul inspires in his teammates. It's surprising if they don't make the play.
Morant passes to Jackson. Here's Bain. Rebound by the Suns. Inside Crowder to the middle, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Paul for 3. It's hauled in by Adams.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Pass to Morant. Jackson with the screen. And Morant is good for 3. Morant's got 5 now.
Hard to guard that. Morant really testing the limitations of his shooting there. But hey, he nailed it.
And Booker kicks to Crowder. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Booker looking around. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, anytime that somebody scores, Devin Booker's the first option. He comes back and drills that one.
Adams outside. Now the pass to Bain. Up top, Morant. Just 5 to shoot. This one for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Suns go the other way with it. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. Paul kicks to Bridges. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And Bridges at the most advantageous spot to get to that corner 3. He's comfortable from there.
Outside Jackson. Morant dishes to Brooks. Back to Morant. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
And how about the assertiveness from Morant, wasting no time firing? Love his approach.
Paul against Morant. And here's Booker from the arc. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Bane passes to Morant. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Back to Jackson. Drives to the hoop. And he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
And this kid throws down some mean dunks. Jackson showcasing his athleticism on that one.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
On the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot. The Suns trailing.
Well, it was such a feel-good moment, at least for a little while. Mikal Bridges grew up in Philly, obviously played his college ball there, and his mom was working for the 76ers at the time, so it just felt right as the 10th overall pick in the 2018 draft for him to be a 76er.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Mikal's time in Philly was very short, Brent. Bridges traded to Phoenix on draft night.
Well, that was a bit of a shocker. I mean, all the talk about being the hometown hero, and then all of a sudden he's on his way to the desert heading towards Phoenix. But you look at Mikal's career, he's been awesome for the Suns. I mean, what development as a 3-and-D player, making the finals, signing a big extension, such a huge part of the Phoenix Suns franchise and their future. Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim. He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Ayton dishes to Bridges. Kicks it to Crowder. Booker against Jackson. That's good. A tough shooting night. He's 2 for 8 and looking for more.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Pass to Brooks. Back to Morant. Bane against Booker. Outside for Jackson. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. 3-pointer, Brooks. No good, shot missing. The Suns go the other way with it. Stolen by Jackson. Adams finds Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Well, Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
Booker against Bane. A 3-ball. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Bane passes to Brooks. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Kick out to Adams. Takes a 3. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Adams against Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Outside for Jackson. Morant against Paul. Outside, Bane. 6 on the shot clock. Brooks with no one around. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
3-point field goal.
And it's a 4-point Grizzly lead.
Oh, spacing the floor. Brooks is comfortable shooting it from deep.
Here's Paul. And Adams sends it back. Bain passes to Jackson. And the call on the shot. And yet we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Shooting for Memphis, Jaren Jackson Jr.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The previous play is under review.
Angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Suns trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Paul's got 6 points.
Chris Paul not afraid to go inside, play amongst the trees, and still find a way to score.
Paul against Morant. Bain kicks to Brooks. The feed now to Jackson. Back to Brooks. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Brooks has got the lead up to 4 now for the Grizzlies. Phoenix has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Paul outside. Bridges outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Dylan Brooks.
Well, Bridges doing a good job fighting hard past the foul, even after the release.
Both free throws good from Bridges.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Morant against Paul. Morant passes to Bain. Paul with the steal. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive
game. Your Suns, 16. The Grizzlies, 18.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Shag and Johnson are on the block. Landry Shamet is out there with Payne, and it's Lee in at the 3. Here's Jones, and he uses the glass on the layup. Jones has got his first points in this one.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Payne kicks to Saric. Passes it to Shamet. 4 on the shot clock. Launches it. Rebound by Williams. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Memphis. They lead by 4. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Saric just screen on Jones. Payne passes to Saric. It's rebounded by Memphis. Pass to Clark. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Jones. He takes it in. Excellent D there by Johnson.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Payne.
Throwing off his defender to get to the shot, Payne with a nimble move. Well, you like the role that Cam has accepted as a guy who comes in and gives immediate energy and impact to the offense. He does a little bit of everything, but he certainly is a spark plug.
Jones, the pass to Green. Shot clock at 5. Williams can't hit. Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Payne kicks to Johnson. From outside the arc. That shot is off. Now Memphis takes it the other way. His versatility has made Payne a valuable second unit guy, don't you think, Brent?
Well, he's a pretty decent package out there. He can score. He likes to get up defensively and bother opposing point guards. So it's that momentum that Payne can come into the game and begin to turn the tide for his team in their favor.
And it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Payne. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Suns foul.
Clark's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Memphis shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
Memphis leading by 8.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter of the game. The pass to Clark. The kick out to Williams. Back to Clark and taken away by Johnson. Now here's Payne, defended by Jones. Lee outside. This one for 3. Phoenix no good that time either. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Jones. Green deciding where to go with it. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Lee outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Lee. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Green. It's Jones on the wing. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Jones has got the lead up to 11 now for Memphis.
Danny Green is such a fantastic system player, and this is a pretty fantastic system, so it's working out well.
Payne gets a wide open look. That one wide left. Memphis has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Took him no time at all on that one. And now that's 11 points for Tyus Jones. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Payne kicks to Shamet. And they get it. Rebound by Williams.
He wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
No good from Clark. Shamet. Tyus Jones getting it done for the Memphis Grizzlies. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no...
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth dance team.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Grizzlies leading by 13 on the court for Memphis to start the 4th. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the point guard position.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Ayton sets the pick for Booker. No good off the back of the rim.
That's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And it's Morant missing. Suns trail by 16. In the corner, it's Bridges. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence growing.
Morant looking around. From the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. Morant's got 6 points in the quarter.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitive.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Paul goes in, lays it up off the glass.
Defense is not able to keep up with the speed, really the awareness of Chris Paul that time.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Morant dishes to Brooks. Back to Morant. Clock at 6. Shoots the three. He can't get it to go. The Suns go the other way with it. Paul kicks to Bridges with three. Booker, another three for Phoenix.
Somebody's going to set him up, and Devin Booker's going to knock him down. Thrives in that catch and shoot.
Here's Morant. That's tipped. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Bridges has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Suns. Morant outside. He dishes it to Brooks. Outside, Bain. Jackson down low. He's against Crowder. Jackson a screen on Paul. A three from Morant. The Suns running out of time. Booker draws the double. Pass to Ayton. And they're on the break. Here's Bain. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
What's amazing about Morant, he racks up steals even though he doesn't naturally gamble a lot.
Here's Paul. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Outside for Jackson. And he's way off from outside. Here's the Suns with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Outside, Bain. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Brooks, that's a two-pointer, and it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Booker the pass to Crowder. Beyond the arc. Booker no good. Now the Grizzlies with it. 34 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Brooks outside. For three. The Grizzlies with another miss. Fate looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
For three, Booker, rebounded by Jackson. And so the Grizzlies take the win. A solid win on the road. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.
welcome all. Thanks for
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. And it's the Suns to start out. Paul with the ball and checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the one. Booker's shot is good. All eyes, Richard, on the guard matchup in this one with two incredible talents going head-to-head.
And we've been really spoiled with all of these guards that we get to watch. The league today has as much talent at the 1 and 2 as it ever has.
And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Just 5 on the clock. Russell passes to Gobert. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Now here's Paul. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Biyombo kicks to Bridges. Paul outside. Bridges a screen on Russell. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Booker with no one around. No good on the quick three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Edwards can't hit.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Down low. And there's Bismack Biyombo on the assist from Booker.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
Edwards dishes to Gobert. Edwards finds Gobert. Over Ayton. Another shot. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Passes it to Biyombo. Ayton kicks to Bridges. The offensive rebound, and Ayton throws it down.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Russell passes to Towns. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Phoenix is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. For his position, DeAndre Ayton is exceptionally well equipped.
Yeah, are you talking about those long arms, that 7'6" wingspan? Yeah, those will help you knock away a few shots or pluck down a few rebounds out of the air. That is no question.
Here is Edwards after Mikal Bridges' bucket. And it's Russell missing. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. For 3, Booker buries it from three-point range. Booker's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Phoenix. Edwards against Bridges. Edwards passes to McDaniels. And finished up by McDaniel.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
Paul with the ball. Working on McDaniels. And here's Booker from the arc. And the Suns get it back.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
McDaniels with the ball. Working on Booker. It's hauled in by the Suns.
I'm not sure what happened there. His family's in the building. I don't know. You have to finish those.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the fourth guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
Taurean Prince, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
Suns leading by 7. Bridges with it. He's picked up by Russell. Bridges dishes to Biyombo. With the drive. Gobert with the block. And they'll keep possession. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Now, here is Russell. Edwards with the screen for Russell. There's the dish to Edwards. Gobert the pass to Edwards. Here's Towns, covered by Biyombo. Towns down low, working on Biyombo. And it's Towns missing. The Suns have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Bridges kicks to Ayton. Pass to Booker. Ring shot on the way. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Just 4 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And as a defender, Edwards' speed and agility make him tough to shake. No easy shots with him on you.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth dance team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. At court guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. One of your trademarks, Richard, was athleticism. From the days we first saw you at Arizona, and we're seeing teams really place, right now, a premium in today's NBA on that athleticism factor.
Yes, when you talk about positionless basketball, then you typically go to the guys that can do it all, and those are the wing players. They can guard smalls, they can guard bigs, they can do a little bit of everything, and that's why teams are looking for them. Part of the evolution of Booker's game, getting consistent from deep.
Edwards, a screen on Paul. Russell kicks to Edwards. Ayton against Gobert. Lays it up and banks it in. Gobert's got 6 points.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
The pass to Ayton. In the corner, it's Bridges. Ball against Russell. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Booker from the arc. No good. His 5th missed shot from the field. He's made 3. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Rebound by the Suns. Bridges outside. He kicks to Paul. Prince against Bridges. And here's Booker from the arc. Drills it from outside. Booker's got the lead up to 11 now for the Suns.
And Booker just dominates in such an effortless fashion. The game comes naturally to him.
Edwards finds Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Paul. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Now, here's Bridges. Booker in the corner. Fires from deep. Again, the miss by Booker. Timberwolves trail by 9.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. Same better hope this thing works out. A lot right. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era, and look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Now here's Paul. On the wing, Booker. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Over Edwards. Booker, good. Booker's got 15 points.
Calls the play, and Booker executes to perfection.
Towns a screen on Bridges. Here's Edwards. Biombo with the block. Bridges inside. Guarded by Prince. And here's Booker from the arc. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Paul against Russell. Back to Paul. Bridges outside. Paul looking around. Over Russell. Gobert pulls it in. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. A 12-point game. For 3, Booker. That shot off the mark. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Bridges against Edwards. From downtown. Rebound by the Suns. Biombo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Paul against Russell. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Minnesota ball.
Timberwolves trail by 12. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out to Edwards. Back to Russell. Count it. Good.
An active competitor. Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Now Paul. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Booker with the screen for Paul. Pass to Biombo. 3-pointer. That one, no good. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a shot. For those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Sarge and Johnson are on the block. Andrew Shamet is out there with Lee, and it's Craig in at the 3 spot.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Kyle Anderson comes in for Towns. Noel, he's checked in for Edwards. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Russell. Craig. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Kyle Anderson. The Suns shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Got a piece of it. Anderson passes to Reed. Some solid defense from Saric. Well, Phoenix shooting 43% from the floor. Here he goes. Craig, good.
And it's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Here's McLaughlin. Misses the 3. Suns leading by 10. Craig kicks to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The 3 ball. And play stops as it looks like they call it over the back here.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he was all over him. You just can't get all tangled up like that.
Screen by Saric. Shamet kicks to Saric. Minnesota with the rebound. And talking about Dario Saric, a role player, Richard, who does whatever is asked of him.
Yeah, those are the players that you need. You want a guy that doesn't care if he's starting or coming off the bench. This is a guy that just wants to win. And his selfless attitude helps serve as a catalyst for this team. When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Lee outside. Johnson sets the screen for Lee. Kicks it out to Johnson. And he's good on the 3 ball. Johnson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. McLaughlin, the pass to Prince. Inside, it's stolen by Sharks. Fast break, here come the Suns. In the corner, Shamet with it.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Johnson in the corner. From past the arc, another 3 for Phoenix.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Prince kicks to Anderson. Here's the triple. No good that time.
And he does it right in his face. This is how you answer a 3 with a 3. Just merciless.
Here's Saric, and slam dunk by Saric.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Anderson against Johnson. Shot to stop the run. And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Noel.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Lee outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Suns. And the Suns here with a different look. Andre was checked in for Saric. Biyombo checks in for Johnson. Mikal Bridges checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Booker in for Landry Shamet.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Kicks it out to Prince. Fires for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Biyombo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. He feeds it to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. The defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Here's McLaughlin. A 3-pointer off the mark. Suns leading by 16. Biyombo, the pass to Booker. Lets the 3 fly. And And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Suns. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Hiding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Russell in at the point. Shot clock at 6. Paul kicks to Biyombo. Shoots over Towns. That one a little long. Timberwolves trail by 16. There's the 3. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here is Paul. Passes it to Booker. Back to Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Oh, good with the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Paul passes to Booker. On the wing, Bridges. A three-pointer, no good. The Timberwolves shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. To the middle, here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
Paul outside. Kicks it to Booker. Top of the key. That one off the back iron and out.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Gobert with a screen for Towns. Takes the 3. So looking it over. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. A 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Phoenix leading by 13. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. From deep. No good on that one. So Minnesota will take it the other way. And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools, next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And again, it's the Suns missing. Timberwolves trail by 13.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Gobert. Second chance shot. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Paul dishes to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Booker's got 4 this quarter.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Suns.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3. It just seemed to pay off for him.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Devin Booker.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
And here's Booker from the arc. Another three for Phoenix.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Outside, Russell. He dishes it to Edwards. Launches a three. Paul grabs the board. So it's the Suns winning easily here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team. But all right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kip.